Hello students, standard 8 in physics, chapter 13, sound. We started the revision. Now we know about sound. Sound is the type of energy which enables us to communicate with each other. Because if we want to communicate with each other, then a conversation is very important. Then with the sound the conversation is possible. So whatever we want to tell others or somebody want to tell us, then we can hear what they want to tell you. And we can do the communication by the better way. Without sound, it is not impossible to communicate, but it is little difficult to communicate with each other. Because in this situation, we have to take the help of the sign language, and sign language is not easy to understand for everybody. Now we learn that the sound is produced when the vibrations takes place. Vibrating body produces sound. We saw that the frequency and amplitude are the two main characteristics of sound which are responsible for the shrillness or the pitch of the sound for the frequency, and amplitude is for the loudness of the sound. Now the sound, we saw that the frequency of the sound means number of oscillations per second is known as the frequency of the sound. So now sound can be of any type of frequency, and the unit of SI unit of frequency is hertz. But the fact is that sound of different frequencies are there, but our human ear cannot hear all type of sound with the different frequencies. Our ear has also a limit, that up to some limit only there is a range of frequencies. Only between that frequency sound can be heard by human ear, and other sound cannot be heard by human being. So that range is known as the audible sound. Audible sound means the sound which we can hear, and that range of audible sound is between 20 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz. Means we can hear the frequency between those two limits only. Means from 20 vibration per second and up to 20,000 vibration per second. It means that if the frequency of the sound is less than 20 Hertz, means in 1 second number of oscillations are, number of vibrations are less than 20, that frequency sound we cannot hear. Similarly, if the frequency of the sound is more than 20,000 Hertz or 20 kilohertz, that sound is also. So those sound which are less than 20 Hertz frequency and more than 20,000 Hertz, that are known as inaudible sound. Because human ear cannot hear that type of sound. So what is the range of audible sound for the human beings? That is the from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. But some of the animals can hear this sound of more than 20,000 frequency also. So dogs and cats have the ability that they can hear the sound whose frequencies are more than 20,000 hertz. And therefore, the police use high frequency whistles to train the dogs, which help them to in the inventions. So the police use the high frequency whistles, means whose frequency is more than 20,000 hertz. That whistle we cannot hear, but the dogs can hear. And those sound whose frequency is more than 20,000 hertz, that is known as ultrasound, or it is also known as ultrasonic sound or only ultrasound. Now this ultrasound, as you understand that what is ultrasound? The sound whose frequency is more than 20,000 hertz, that are known as ultrasound. We cannot hear that ultrasound, but in some different ways we can use that frequencies sound. Generally, in the tracking of and investigation of medical problems. For example, the ultrasonography. During the pregnancy, if the development of child inside is proper or not, to check that the doctors are doing that sonography. That sonography machine use the ultrasound in the body. Then they can get the picture of that inside, and they can understand the problem if there is any. Similarly, sometimes inner part of area of our body, like in the liver or some other problems in the intestine. Also, sometimes what happens, when we do the X-ray, then if there is a stone, જેને આપણે પથરી કહીએ છીએ, તો stone cannot be detected by the X-rays. So in such cases, if the doctor have to check that whether the patient has the stone or not, then also they advise to take the sonography. And in the sonography, they can detect that there is a stone in somewhere in our body. Similarly, in the ocean, also they use sonar, about which you will learn in higher standard. But in that also what happens, they want to check the depth of the ocean, or sometimes there is some ice or some stones, some big rocks are under the water. Then to detect, they use that ultrasound. They throw the ultrasound and they receive the ultrasound, and by the timing of that and the velocity of that, they can understand how depth is the stones or some rocks or any submarines or any blue whale, etc. are there. So there are so many use in the medical sciences and in some other ways also. So that sound we cannot hear, but there are so many uses of this ultrasound. Now the other question comes around is that what do you mean by noise and musical sound? If the sound is melodious, if the sound is nice for hearing, and we feel nice sensation, musical sensation, and that sound is known as the musical sound. But if the sound which is uncomfortable by us, it is discomfortable for us, then that type of sound is known as noise. Suppose some construction work is going by your neighborhood, then you will see that every time there will be noise, unpleasant voice, noise. So those sound which make a unpleasant sensation in our body, in our mind, then that sound is known as the noise. So there is a very minor difference between the sound of noise and the musical sound. We know that when we hear the sound from the musical instrument, we enjoy it, and then it is known as the musical sound. So the sound which is pleasing to the ear are known as musical sound, and the sound which is unpleasant to our ear, that are known as the noise. So, but sometimes musical sound also, if it is so loudly played, then it also become a noise. Because at the moderate sound, moderate volume, if it is playing, then we like to hear. But if it is like very big sound, then it also can causes some problems. So that is also can be regarded as the noise. Now, what is noise pollution, and which are the major causes of noise pollution? We know about the water pollution, we know about air pollution, we know about soil pollution. What is the meaning of soil pollution or air pollution or water pollution? We know that in the water or in the air, when some harmful or unwanted substances are mixed, we say that there is a pollution. For example, in air, some poisonous gases are there, then we can say that air is getting polluted, means which we refer to as air pollution. Similarly, in water also the harmful chemicals, acids, bases, or some salts are dissolved, some pesticides, some fertilizers is soluble in it, then that water also getting polluted, and we can say that about as it is water is polluted, and we refer to as water pollution. Similarly, when this unpleasant sound are in the atmosphere, then the presence of unwanted gases, particles are known as air pollution. Similarly, presence of excessive or unwanted sounds in the environment is called noise pollution. So, the presence of unwanted and unpleasantful noise sound in the present is known as the noise pollutions. We can get the causes of noise pollution. Which are the sources of noise pollution? For example, if the road is busy, then the sound of the vehicles, sound of the hooting of the vehicles, that is also giving a noise pollution. Then the sound of machines in the factory, the whole time machine is giving noise, so that is also a source of pollution or the causes of the pollution. Similarly, if the television or the radio or the loudspeakers are run very loudly with the loud volume, then that are also referred to as the causes of noise pollution. Similarly, some kitchen appliances, desert coolers, air conditioners, etc., they are also the pollution. Similarly, if you are entering a class and all the students are talking, then is it a pleasant sound? No, it is also a noise pollution. So these all are the causes of noise pollution. Similarly, nearby the airport, the going and coming of the landing and flying of the aeroplane also making a big sound. So it is also a source or the cause of the noise pollution. Now, what are the harms of noise pollution? What can be the worst effect of it in our body? So sometimes what happens? They may cause many health related problems. If you are continuously staying in this polluted sound with it, then what will happen? They can get many health related problems. For example, first, lack of sleep. You cannot sleep properly when there is sounds are on and on and on. You cannot sleep properly. Second thing, hypertension, high blood pressure. So you can get that high blood pressure also. Anxiety and the many more health, maybe the headache. Anxiety means you not getting concentrated in any work and you feel like you are not healthy. There is anxiety and so many other causes are there. So many harmful causes are for the pollution. Similarly, noise pollution can get permanent or temporarily hearing impairment also. Impairment means you cannot hear sound properly for a time being or for permanently also. Because if the sound is so high, it can affect our eardrums and we can permanently or sometimes temporarily also we can get the permanent impairment of the hearing also. So now last thing, that what are the methods to control noise pollution? What can we do to control? How can you sacrifice for that? For that, first of thing is that the televisions, radios, loudspeakers, etc. must be run at a moderate volume, not too high volume. Like DJs and that are playing, that is causing very high volume noise pollution. So that can be used at the moderate volume. Similarly, when we know that the patients, when they are in the hospitals or they are sick, due to the sound, they can get worse effect. So in those areas, the use of the horns must be prohibited. Therefore, they cannot hear that sound and they can have the peaceful sleep inside. Similarly, you can have the other things also, like you have to plant so many trees, because trees are the such thing that they can absorb the noise and noise pollution can be controlled by that way. Similarly, as I told you already, that automobile horns also should be minimized. Means use of horns also must be minimized. Means not every time you use the horns, and in some areas, as I told you, by the hospitals or by the schools, when they are getting disturbed, in this area it should be prohibited. Use of that will be prohibited. Similarly, in the vehicles also, the perfect use of silencer must be there, because if your silencer is not working properly, the vehicles also make a very noise pollution. So these are the things, and roads around buildings to cut down the sound reaching the residents, etc. So these are the causes and what can we do to control the noise pollution. So here we are going to finish the session and the revision of chapter number 13 also. We discussed the questions in the assignment. You will write down as an assignment in your notebook. Thank you very much.